getting the garage kind of cleaned up here, and we're kind of practicing for a garage sale. Kind of waiting for COVID to dissolve a little bit, and then maybe get rid of some of these boxes I got sitting around here that we've accumulated. And I've had my first COVID shot, get my second one in 2 weeks. Looking forward to that and being a little more on the safe side. Have a good day. Have a good weekend coming up, and best of you and your family in 2021. WA2CZR.
Okay, fine business. We'll work you again for sure. 7-3s, my friends. And we'll be... This is K0RWB, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. We're calling CQ this afternoon. Any stations anywhere. Come back with your call sign, please. I got a Kilo November 4 station if you come back with your call sign, please.
Roger that. Kilo November 4, Uniform Mike, Quebec, North Carolina.
North Carolina station, I know you're a Kilo November 4, but standby 1. Give me the other Kilo November 4 station, please. The Kilo November 4 that is not in North Carolina. Let's try that one. Well, maybe you took a dive. I do apologize. Okay, North Carolina, Kilowatt November 4, question mark.
Uniform Mike, Quebec.
Okay, got you that time. Perfect. Sorry about that. Boy, I didn't expect to have a whole pile up there at one time, but by golly, there it is. Well, good afternoon, sir. The handle here is Randy, Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee. We're 30 miles east of downtown Kansas City. We're playing some radio this afternoon. We're also doing a live stream here on YouTube, so if people want to check in on YouTube and hear themselves on the air, they can certainly do so just by going to my call sign, and we'll have a little fun with it. You come back with go around, and we'll see what we got for you on the signal report there. Go ahead.
Roger that, my friend. I am located in the foothills of North Carolina, and you are giving me a strong 5-9, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, you're 5 and 9 here as well. To make sure I've got it right here, this would be Mike or Michael. Is that Roger?
Roger that. And could you come back with your call sign one more time for me, please?
Oh, you betcha. It's Kilowatt 0, red, white, and blue. Romeo Whiskey Bravo.
Kilowatt 0, RWB.
Yes, sir. That'd be the one. We call it out as much as we can there. Sometimes we forget because we had an old call that was pretty darn close to it, but so far so good on this one there. Go ahead.
Roger that. Well, I'm running a Yaesu FT891 with a 270-foot off-center fed window that is up 60 foot high.
Well, it's definitely doing the job. We weren't really sure what the conditions were like this afternoon. We want to try to get out and do some things. And we were up on 17, and it wasn't, the band didn't seem to be holding up real well, so we thought we'd come down here in 20, find ourselves an open spot, and call out. Like I said, the weather isn't the best here right now. That just means we got more time to play radio there. Go ahead.
Roger that, and you just hit me with a 10 over that time.
Oh, well, fine business. Well, let's see. Nebo, North Carolina, is that right?
Yes, sir, it is. It's about 32 miles east of Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay, fine business. Yeah, I'm pulling it back and forth here on my logs. We just wanted to make sure we had it in there correctly. We're juggling about 4 or 5 things at one time. Still trying to see if we're even if it's even working, but I know we're getting out on the air. Just not know if we're broadcasting there, but it doesn't matter. But we do appreciate you checking in with us. I don't see a contact in the log, so I do appreciate the first one. And we're going to try to make this kind of a daily thing, so to speak. But we always like to have return check-ins, and as long as the band conditions are good, we're going to continue to get out there and throw some CQs and have a chance to talk to whoever we can. Mike, I'll say 7 3s, and like I said, you get a chance here. you can do this playback on YouTube. You can hear you and I's conversation, and it should be some fun. And if not, we'll catch you down the log for sure. Kilowatt November 4, Uniform Mike Quebec, K0RWB, Randy in Kansas City.
Appreciate the contact, my friend. I'll say 73 to you, and you stay safe and healthy up there.
Yes, sir. You do the same as well. K0RWB, QRZ.
Kilo 4 Hotel Whiskey Lima.
Kilo 4 Hotel Whiskey Lima. Is that a Roger?
That's affirmative.
Okay, fine business. Well, we got you that time there. Just north of North Charleston. Well, I guess we're doing pretty good on the East Coast right now anyway. Yeah, the handle here is Randy. Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee, about 30 miles east of downtown Kansas City. Appreciate you coming back to the call here. Like I said, we're playing radio this afternoon to see if we can make a few contacts here. Go ahead.
Roger that. You're 5-9 plus into Charleston this afternoon. Somewhat rainy and overcast here, but you're coming through loud and clear. The name here is Herb Hotel Echo Romeo Bravo, and I'm running a ICOM 7300 at 100 watts with a 27-foot vertical in the backyard. Over.
Okay, fine business. Well, it's definitely working for you. Got a nice signal on you, and nice audio as well. We're nice to see that we're getting out there this afternoon. We were kind of hesitant there earlier. I wasn't sure if things were working or not, but we're glad to see that they are. And I think the band was probably a little bit better shape yesterday, but conditions are good. You can talk anywhere. They're bad. You can't talk across the street there, Roger.
Roger that, and I'm going to assume you're a fan, so let me issue you a congratulatory welcome for your Kansas City Chiefs there, over.
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate. I waited 50 years for them to get back to the Super Bowl. I was 10 years old and 70 when they beat the Vikings, and we've had some really lean years and some almost years. But boy, I tell you, you got to hand it to these guys to move up 12 draft slots to pick up Patrick Mahomes. This is probably the smartest move this organization ever did. And yeah, the town and the surrounding, they're just giddy. I mean, it's nice to go once and then even win, it's a bonus. But to go back 2 years in a row, this is really going to be kind of neat. So we're still crossing our fingers. We lost a good guy at the game tonight, our left tackle, but I think they've had a makeshift line all year, so I think we'll be able to pull through there, Roger.
Roger that. You got to find a bunch of guys there. It should be a good ball game in a couple of weeks. Can I get your call on exit, and I'll cut it short here. I know there's other people out here who'd like to talk to you as well, and thank you for taking the call.
Yeah, no problem. The call is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, red, white, and blue. And we switched. I used to have a W9 call, same suffix. And people say, well, you have a 9 call when you're in a 0 call area. So we got tired of answering that. So we just decided to change it over a year or two ago. But we hadn't been on the air that much to remember it. So we're still trying to remember it. It's a Kilowatt 0. The red, white, and blue has been the same, but hopefully it'll answer it for you there, Roger.
Roger that. I copy completely. Hey, you have a great day, and thanks for taking the call, and stay safe and high and dry there, over.
Yeah, fine business. Yeah, we do appreciate it. You do the same as well. I think we'll get through all this, no doubt about it. And like I said, the station earlier, every crappy day we have, another day towards spring. And we'll get through it. We've got another 50-some-odd days, and I think we'll have some clear sunshine. Long we're going to have some nasty weather in the meantime. 7-3's nice to work you, and hope to catch you again. As I said, go to YouTube there and type in my call sign. You can actually do the playback and hear your audio and see if your sound is as good as you do in my headphones. So 7-3's until the rest of your day. K4 Hotel Whiskey Lima, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll be clear, 7-3's. K0RWB calling CQ and QRZ.
Foxtrot India, Kilo 0, Whiskey, question mark, Alpha Bravo 2, Foxtrot India.
My station, a little garbled there. I couldn't quite. I don't know if you had a key up issue or something. A lot of noise. Try it again for me with your call sign.
Call is Alpha Bravo 2 Foxtrot India.
Okay, I think I got it that time. Alpha Bravo 2 Foxtrot India. Is that a Roger?
QSLD, over.
Yeah, fine business. My apologies there. I don't know if it was my end or what, but just weren't able to make it out for you. But we got you back that time. Thanks for the shout from the Brooklyn area. Nice chance to work you today. The handle here is Randy, just outside of Kansas City, Missouri. Beautiful signal, and we got it dialed in here a little bit better, and you've got good audio as well there. Go ahead.
My working condition is a ICOM 7300 with a K0RWB MC80 microphone attached to it into a 3-element Mosley Classic there. Over.
Well, I think you would be able to get out with that setup. Yeah, congratulations. We do appreciate you taking the time here to check in with us, and we're glad that you're out there. I think I may have heard you the last day or two, maybe just slipping the bands. I think maybe been here, or it might have been 17, but you were pretty loud at that time as well. But yeah, you sound real good today. I'm seeing hopefully the band gets better this afternoon. Roger.
You're 5'9" plus into Brooklyn at this time because the antenna is in your direction at this time. No problem there. I got you 5'9" plus there. Over.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think conditions are improving a little bit. I did want to say hi to Todd there real quick. Kilo Mike 4 Oscar Charlie Juliet for sending me a message on the live chat. Nice to hear him this afternoon as well. And like I said, we're just playing radio. The outside weather isn't the best, so this gives us an excuse to come inside and play some radio. And like I said, we're doing the live stream, just having a ball with the live stream. And I know a lot of people have commented on it, and we're hoping that it's something that'll take off. Another friend of mine, you may have talked to him, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform, Alex, down in Marathon, Florida. He also runs a live stream as well, and he does a terrific job. He's the one that kind of got me started in this. And between the two of us, I mean, we're just having so much fun. That's one thing I do like about amateur radio. There's something for everybody. Roger?
QSLD. All right, now, listener, I guess other station would like to make contact with you. I'm not going to detain you because I talked to you last week, Monday, and so I just hear inside here and just decided I'll give you another holler. So we got Alpha Bravo 2 Foxtrot in then Brooklyn, New York, signing clear with you, and you keep safe there. Over.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, you just hit 20 over that time. That's no preamp. Congratulations. Hey, thanks for stopping in, and come back again anytime. Love to talk with you again. Alpha Bravo 2 Foxtrot India, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City will be clear. 7 3s. Kilo 0 Golf Lima Tango. Got you that time. Good afternoon, Gary. The handle here is Randy outside of Kansas City. How are you this afternoon, sir?
Very good. Yeah, the name here is really and we are located in Naples, Florida, where it's a beautiful 77. Nice signal this afternoon. We're snowbirds, and the home QTH is Parkville, Missouri, suburb of Kansas City. QSL?
Yeah, I wondered about that, Gary. When I pulled up the map on the logger, it was showing North KC, so I had to check my map again to make sure it was correct. But yeah, we don't blame you for being a snowbird. I wish I could do that right now myself. We turned the beam a little bit more down your direction. Hope your signal came up that time around. Hope you have a better copy on me. About 5.7 to 5.9, a little bit noise on the band, but didn't have a problem copying there. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. I missed your name. Try it again.
You betcha. The handle is Randy, Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee, and the call K0RWB. Roger? No, negative. I'm 30 miles east of downtown Kansas City, little town of Bates City, Missouri, right here on the I-70 corridor. If you're from Parkville, I'm 6 miles east of Blue Springs.
Okay, I got it. Bates City, I go by there all the time when St. Louis or
Lake of the Ozarks. Yeah, all right. So how is the weather up in Bay City these days?
Oh, it's just wonderful. I don't know what you're doing down there. We've got such great weather here. It rained and drizzled yesterday, and of course that froze over last night. And we got just a dusting here. St. Joe, I think it had 3 to 4 to 5 inches, and of course more as you go up north. But we escaped most of it. But it's pretty slick here on the secondary roads. We got out earlier, I-70's clear, but that's the traffic report for you today, Gary.
All right, Roger, that's good. Well, you know, you talk about St. Joe and 3 to 4 inches, and it is amazing to me how it always makes such a difference 50 miles from Kansas City to St. Joe, and how the weather is different, especially in the wintertime. I lived in Kansas City for 47 years, and I've always been amazed by that. Maybe it's a jet stream. I really don't know. Back to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is either. It seems to have a little buffer where we're at, and it picks up again along the I-44 corridor from Tulsa up to Springfield and St. Louis. They tend to get hammered a lot with ice and snow as well. And central part of Missouri, we seem to escape it. No complaints, no complaints. I'll take the weather today because it's another day closer to spring. Roger.
Roger on that. Well, you'd probably be pretty happy about what the Chiefs did the other day.
Yeah, I heard they did something. I wasn't quite sure what it was. I tried to drive downtown, and there was cars honking and things going around in town. So I had a feeling that something happened. But no, we're definitely sitting in front of the TV, and we did our jumps up and down. I told another station in North Carolina, I waited 50 years for them to make the Super Bowl again. Didn't expect it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's pretty doggone exciting. That Mahomes is just almost unbelievable. I tell you what, it's going to be one heck of a Super Bowl with Brady and Mahomes going head to head.
Yeah, it should be fun. It'll be a good experience for the young guys on the team. We don't have that many guys that weren't there last year, so we're returning the main team. So the guys have been through it before, and the Chiefs organization is awful smart to move up 12 spots to pick Mahomes. So they'll have something to hang their hat on when all this is said and done. Well, Gary, I'll see if I can pick up a few more there. I know there's a couple out there waiting, but do appreciate you coming back, and nice to work you. And you come on back to Parkville, and you roll through this way there, honk real loud. We're only a mile from the highway, so we'll be happy to wave back to you. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun down there. Stay warm, and stay away from that COVID stuff, and stay healthy. K0GLT, K0RWB, Randy in Kansas City. I'll be clear on yours.
K0RWB, Romeo Uniform Bravo.
Yeah, stand by, guys.
Likewise, stay safe, and hope everything goes well for you. So take care and all the best. K0GLT is clear, 73.
Yeah, thanks again. I would say real quick, guys, I'll try to work as many as I can. I appreciate your patience. If there's anybody that's actually on the live stream now who could just send me a quick chat. We did something different with the audio. We just want to make sure it's okay. I have no way of knowing. If there's somebody who'd be willing to do that, I'd appreciate it. And so we want to make sure that we're doing this right and everybody's able to copy as well and be heard. We do appreciate it. So with that, I'll say break. K0RWB will be QRZ. Lots of stations. I did hear a kilo again.
Kilo 4, Oscar Romeo Papa.
Kilo 4, Oscar Romeo Papa. Got you that time. Hello. Thank you for your patience, Mike. Nice to work you this afternoon. How are things there just east of Gainesville?
Oh, very good, Randy. Very good. Weather's probably a little cooler, a little warmer down this way for sure compared to Bay City, Missouri, but all in all is good. Yeah, excited for y'all over there as far as your football team and all that, getting into that. Not too much into that, but I did take notice of your bass boat there. We do a lot of bass fishing down this way out of an airboat and all that, but I didn't know if you've ever been down this way to do a little fishing there. So back to you, Randy.
Well, I fished down at oh gosh, let me see. I fished the Kissimmee chain, way back in the day when they used to have the top 150s. And we did a little bit down there. We did some fishing down in Alabama. We've been to Guntersville, of course, and Chickamauga. And then here recently, we've been kind of staying around here. No reason to drive that 9 hours when you've got some of the best bass lakes here in the Ozark region, so we're a lot easier to stay home. But we did enjoy nothing like catching a Florida bass, and they don't make them small, that's for sure. Go ahead.
No, well, we've got the small ones also. Yeah, they just caught a 15-pounder at a lake called Orange Lake. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that was a pretty big catch for that lake there. So about once a year, something like that comes out of there. So back to you, Randy.
Yeah, no problem at all. Appreciate that. Yeah, even the little ones are fun. They don't mean as much in the weigh bag, but they're still fun. We do have what they call a polar bear series around here, in about every other Sunday in some of our smaller lakes in the region, and we'll still have 38 to 45, 48 boats, which is pretty good when it's in the teens at takeoff. And I am amazed. I figured there'd be half a dozen boats, but sure enough, everybody's as crazy as I am. But that's the way it goes, and it's still fun. You just have to kind of change up the baits and learn to be patient and fish real deep this time of year. Go ahead.
Oh, I copy that, Randy. I sure do. Yeah, that's beautiful country over there. Beautiful country for sure, Randy. Well, I'm not going to hold it there, buddy. It's certainly been my pleasure to hear you on this again. I'll certainly give you a call there, Randy. Yes, how about you?
Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate it, Mike. And I got a picture of your shack there. I think you've got a future ham there on your lap. Congrats. A nice little setup. Sound real good, and the audio that you've got right now is working real well. We do like to hear good stations like that. Well, thanks for coming to the call there. And like I said, we're actually doing this live on YouTube. So if you want to hear yourself later on a playback, just put in my call sign, and you'll see the video. And that's how I got started. I mean, it's very cool to listen to it. You never know what you're going to sound like, even if you're running a monitor and headphones, but it's a lot different on the air. So give that a shout, and if you get a chance and hit the like button and subscribe, whatever, that'd be fine too. Like I said, we're just having a ball with this. I mean, amateur radio, mixing this all together makes it fun. So we're just out here with you guys and making contacts, and we'll just keep on doing it. Thanks again, Mike, for coming back to the call. We'll work again real soon, I hope. KK4, Oscar Romeo Papa, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City will be clear, my friend. 7-3s.
Oh, well, 73s, Randy. It's certainly been my pleasure. You're kind of like a very fine operator there, and certainly, once again, my pleasure. So, Kilo Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. This is Kilo 4, Oscar Romeo Papa, 73s, and good fish.
You betcha. You just hit 30 over. Great signal. Take care. K0RWB, QRZ. Let me try this. There's a bunch of you, and I really do appreciate it. I want to get to everybody. So just to start with the last two of the call and see what I can grab. Last two of the call. Okay. I heard a Kilo Bravo. Kilo Bravo, give me your full call, please.
Kilo Bravo 3, United Bravo, name is Tommy.
Kilo Bravo 3, United something.
United Foxtrot Bravo.
Okay, fine business. I do apologize, gentlemen. I'm trying to work this the best I can, but appreciate you being in there. If I typed it in right, this would be Tom. Is that a Roger?
That's a Roger. You're 5'9". Beautiful signal coming into Bath, Pennsylvania.
Hey, fine business. Puts you about a little bit north and east of Allentown, Roger?
Roger.
Hey, fine business. So tell me, what you got on the front of the car there, is that what they call a fan dipole?
It's a fan dipole made out of ham sticks, and each band has to be hooked up to the antenna tuners to work correctly. I use that on field day.
Hey, Roger, I thought maybe you lost a bet and had to drive around town like that.
Yeah, copy that. I'm actually on a Kenwood TS430 right now with my Mosley T33 up about 35 feet in the air on a pole, and I'm headed west.
Oh, really? So you're running mobile right now?
That's correct.
Wow, that's pretty good. Boy, that's got a nice little punchy audio. It doesn't sound like you need to change anything there. Of course, I'm sure you'll have a few dips just because of the road condition. But boy, that sounds great. And on that last CQ call, you were probably one of the loudest ones I was able to pull. So you're doing a great job here into Kansas City, Roger.
Roger D there, Randy. Appreciate the flowers. Beautiful signal you got coming my way also. And that antenna on the front of the car there is actually 10-piece fence pipe there, top ring of the fence pipe.
Oh, fine business. And surely you can't drive down the road with that sitting out there like that on your bumper.
If I know the punch size, I could actually run it up the back bumper driving down the road, but I just couldn't, I wouldn't be able to rotate it.
Okay, well, I've done something close to that with hex beam, and to stop the curiosity, I take about 3 pairs of socks and drape them over the top and just tell them I'm drying my laundry.
Yeah, copy that. Now, that's the next antenna I'm going to try to make this summer in the backyard, and maybe put that on top of the T33 there on the 35-foot pole.
Yeah, fine business. That's what we're running here at Hex Beam, and do absolutely love it. It's been up in the air since about 2012, and it certainly survived some heavy winds and snow and ice storms, and it just works. It is definitely the poor man's beam, and that's me. I'm not sure about the rest of you operators out there, but I have yet to find anybody who will pay me to be on the air, so I had to buy this stuff myself there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger D. Well, I did come across last year during the summer months, I did come across a good deal. I picked up a old Kenwood TS850S for $25 at a yard sale. Wow,
that's great. And as long as it had a little of adjustments and it's all tuned up, it probably worked just like it came out of the box, Roger?
Roger. The only problem it had was the capacitors on the receive portion of the board there. It was just starting to leak the acid out, and I cleaned it up, and it works great. Randy, I know you got a lot of people there, so I'm not going to hold it. Appreciate you coming back to the call.
Yeah, no problem. No, we appreciate you waiting, and like I said, we'll try to get as many as we can here, or until the band drops out 1 to 2. But the East Coast is definitely sounding good. Matter of fact, I had it tuned down to Florida, so I bring it back up to where you're at. Might help a little bit as well, but it's not too pinpointy, but it helps to get as close as possible. But hey, Tom, thanks for standing by there. Nice to have a chance to work you. Looks like the first contact in the log. And we do appreciate that as well. Like I said, you want to hear the playback, go to the YouTube and then type in my call, and you can actually hear our QSO. I always found it pretty fun. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Kilowatt Bravo 3, Uniform Foxtrot, Bravo. Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City will be clear, my friend, 7-3.
It's always a pleasure.
You bet. K0RWB, KRZ. And let's go with the last two call.
Tango Bravo.
Whiskey 2, Indian.
I got a Tango Bravo station, Tango Bravo. If you come back with your full call, please, sir.
Yeah, Randy. Whiskey 4, Echo Tango Bravo. W4, Echo Tango Bravo. Ed, Easton, North Carolina. You're 5-9 plus 10, over.
Okay, Ed, fine business. Well, thank you for North Carolina. Boy, we've been doing pretty good there. It seems like quite a while we had a chance to get into North Carolina, but the last two QSOs have been pretty strong, so you have a good little pipeline. So if I showed this right, you're kind of south of Hope Mills and kind of east of Parkton. Is that a Roger?
That's right. We're actually in the city of Fayetteville. We have a farm at 15 miles south and a beach cottage about 100 miles to the east. But we're right in the middle of the city of Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Randy, let me ask you about the military pictures. What kind of a machine gun is that? A 50 caliber?
No, that's actually called a Mark 19. It's a 40 mil grenade launcher.
Wow. You're brave. How did you spend 33 years in the military? That's unusual, isn't it?
Well, I figure you got to be somewhere. Everybody's got to be somewhere. I honestly don't know. It seems like one day, 1 month, 1 year kind of rolled into the other, and we, like I said, we worked with some of the finest people around, and it never got to be a job. Now, there were some interesting moments in time, but it never got to be a job. We certainly did enjoy it, and we did like the idea of serving our country. It just happened to work out that way. And then it came to the point where, well, you're not going to go any farther or any higher. Let's go do something else. So we retired in 17, and we've been loving life there, Roger.
I understand. I went in 65 and retired in 93 from the Army, airborne, special ops, pathfinder, also a rotary wing and fixed-wing aviator. Best thing I ever did in my life. A kid from Brooklyn, New York, who did very well. Over.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I've got your page pulled up here, and I guess I should have said, sir. I did work for a living. Well, I think everybody does, but no, I certainly appreciate your service as well. I tell people now, I don't care if it's 1 day, 1 week, or 50 years. Serving is serving. Once you put your name on the dotted line, you know you belong, and you do what you're told to do. So we thank you for your service as well. And yours was probably a little more trying time during that than what mine was. My time was 83 to 2017. So you just had a head start on me, Roger.
I understand. Well, it was a smart move in my life. Very smart move in my life. Went in as a private, and you saw the webpage, so you know what I retired at. But I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the airborne, and also being a pilot. We were stationed in Presidio, San Francisco for 2 years, and that wasn't an accident. I went to Washington, D.C., and got my orders changed. So I had a good time. Randy, my pleasure, and thank you for your service, old man. Over.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I appreciate that as well. You know, it never was the intention going into it, of course, to really get anything out of it other than I wanted my VA entitlement so I could go buy a house at some point. And like I said, it just kind of rolled over to another and to another and to another. So here we are today. Like I said, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be playing radio. So it all worked out for the best. Ed, thanks for checking in with us. Appreciate your patience. I know there's a pile up, and I haven't done them in a long time, so I'm struggling a little bit and doing the best I can. But nice to work you. Like I said, you want to hear the playback, go to YouTube and put in my call sign, and you can hear the audio QSO between the two of us. I've always found it to be a lot of fun. 7-3 is my friend. Thank you from North Carolina. Work you again real soon, I hope. Kilowatt 4, Echo Tango Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. Well, blue care, my friend. 7-3s.
Take care, Randy. 7-3 from Whiskey 4, Echo Tango Bravo. Bye-bye.
Roger, 7-3. K0RWB, Q-R-Z. Whiskey 2, India Charlie. Boy, that's the hardest one I've heard today. That's 20 over through the pileup. Good afternoon to you, Dana. If I got it in there right, Randy here in Kansas City. Go to you.
You got it right, Randy. Yeah, the name is Dana. About 25 miles south of Rochester, New York. Intermittent snow today. Current temperature 29, so cold country up here right now. How's things going down there, Randy?
Oh, man, we're just loving life. I think everybody's got the same nasty weather unless you're down in Florida or whatever. I got a quick question for you, though. How did you afford the E on the end of your name? I could never afford that.
I was wondering if you were going to catch that. My grandmother was the one that stuck the E on the end, and I don't know why it was like that. I know that some of the last names in England had the E on the end, but it wasn't originally like that. Somewhere down the line here, my great-grandmother decided that it needed to be put on. So that's how that happened.
Well, I just thought maybe you wanted to be different. I don't know how many times I got asked that question. How do you spell it? With an E? And I said, no, it starts with a B. Bravo, not Echo. They said, no, at the end. I said, no, I never could afford that. It was hard enough getting the middle name in there, so congratulations on that. But it all works out in the wash, though. It's no big deal. Really nice signal, and the audio is super punchy. It's definitely working for you today. And nice to see the band is kind of open a little bit. I was a little worried earlier when we started. I didn't think we were going to have any contacts, but it certainly seems like it's working for us this afternoon. Roger?
I was thinking the same thing, too, that it didn't seem to be a whole lot going on, and you are 5'9", peaking up at 30 at times, so you got a really nice strong signal here into western New York also.
Wow, I'm glad to see those 95 watts are working. I always like to keep 5 watts in reserve to bust the pileups. But boy, I'm really glad that's working. Well, no, I guess I isn't quite there. We're probably 850 to 900 on peaks here about, but we'd like to let the antenna do the work as well, Roger.
I'm using a G5RV, pushing out, let's see, it's showing about 400, 450 watts. I'm using a Kenwood TS940, and it's doing what I need to anyhow. I have a vertical antenna, but right now the G5RV seems to be doing the best, so nothing fancy, but, you know, I'm retired and having lots of fun with ham radio now.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's a wonderful hobby. What I've always found nice about it, there's something for everybody. You can spend all kinds of money, or you can spend a little bit and not have a problem with it, which is pretty nice. So that's the big attraction, and it's pretty good for social distancing as well. And so is being on the boat, I like to say anyway. So, well, listen, I know there's a few others out there. I'll let you finish it up this time. We'll kind of swap this around, but we do appreciate you coming back to the call, and thank your patience there, and I'm glad we got a chance to work you, and we hope we get a chance to work you real soon. So K0RWB, I'll let you tie it up.
Thanks, Randy. Take care. I'm glad to hear that I got a nice strong signal down there in Kansas City this afternoon. 73 is all the best, and yes, social distancing can't be much better than this here. Take care. K0RWB, W2IC, 73.
Yeah, no problem at all. 7-3 is my friend. K0RWB, QRZ. The Whiskey 3 station again, please. Whiskey 3.
This is Whiskey 3, Tango Kilowatt Radio, W3TKR. Roy,
good afternoon, Roy. W3TKR. That's a really cool call. Okay, terrific. Looks like you're just on the north side of Reading. Is that Roger?
Yeah, we're about 20 miles north of Reading, but in a different county. Reading is in Berks County. We're up there in Schuylkill County. And yes, I love this call TKR because, my novice call was KA3FWG. Fun with girls, fine, wonderful gentlemen, you know. And then I upgraded, and the FCC gave me TKR. Tender, kind Roy, tender, kissable Roy. Somebody down there in Gettysburg must know me. Back to you.
Oh, that's great. That's a terrific story. Good. Oh, man, that's just awesome. Well, good for you. No, it's very catchy, of course. Having the single prefix helps as well. That's really neat. I wish ours was that catchy, but we were just looking for something that had our initials, and that's what the Whiskey Romeo Bravo is. But I didn't realize it. I was getting ready to change it all over again, and a ham told me at that time, he says, I wouldn't change it at all. He says, Romeo Whiskey Bravo. I said, yeah, I know, it's my initials. He says, yeah, but it's red, white, and blue. Oh, well, I really didn't think about it that way. So I said, well, in that case, we're just going to hold on to it. But, everybody's got great acronyms for their call signs, and some of them are just wonderful. And yours is pretty good as well. So congrats on that, Roger.
Yeah, well, some people have suggested that since my name is Roy, that I change my call to ROY. And I say, why should I do that? TKR is beautiful. Tender, kind Roy, tender, kissable Roy, and that's just the way I am. So, I'd be a fool to change this call. I've been out there in Kansas City a few times, and you were talking about the military service. The only military service I did, since I'm totally blind, they won't let me in the military, I did do a USO tour of South Korea and Japan back in 1991. After we did Japan, we were supposed to go to the Philippines, but then Mount Pinatubo blew up, so they sent us to South Korea instead. I would have rather have gone to the Philippines. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had to stint temporary duty at Clark in the Philippines back in the day. And if you don't mind the rain, it's a great place. People are just wonderful, of course. And the scenery is just something to behold. And that's some of the things you never forget. But, yeah, that's too bad. But I can certainly see why you didn't go. I remember I had left at that time, and one of my friends that was still there, of course, Clark actually had their own new car lot. You can actually buy a car there, part of the military program. And when it blew, all the ash and stuff just really destroyed the cars as well. It's really a shame, but that's the way it happens. But it could have been a lot worse. I know they had kind of prepared for it somewhat, and there wasn't a huge issue for most of them. The military folks were prepared as well. So, well, I appreciate you coming back in there. I know there's others as well, but I didn't think we'd hold it around this long. But there's several contacts now to Pennsylvania, and all of you guys sound great. So it sounds like the band is holding up pretty well there, Roy.
Yeah, it sure is, and that's where we were supposed to go, to Clark Air Force Base. And at the time, we were doing shows at Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, and a lot of the people were being evacuated from Clark over to Okinawa. So they sent us up to South Korea instead, and we spent 2 weeks there. 1 week was at Osan Air Base, and the other one was at Kunsan. But I enjoyed the traveling. I've also played at Air Force bases around the country as well, like MacDill Air Force Base and Rantoul, which I don't think is around anymore, up in Rantoul, Illinois. And so I've had a lot of fun, and that's the way I serve my country. I think that when we were on tour, they made us G6. I think that was our classification. Back over to you.
Yeah, it probably was, and what you did at Kadena and Osan Kunsan, that means a lot too. So, it may not be a direct service, but it still was service because it still had the end result that everybody was looking for. So for me personally, I thank you for that as well, and I'm glad you had the opportunity to do that and experience it. Not all of us were bad. There was a few of them out there, but all of us were pretty good. So I like to say that anyway. Well, Rod, I'll let you go for now. I'd like to see if we can get a couple others as well, but do appreciate your patience and glad we got a chance to make contact with you, and hope to work you again. It does sound really good. You're doing a great thing there. I wouldn't really change a whole lot. It's definitely working for you this afternoon. So I'll say 7 3s. And we'll catch you down the log for sure. Whiskey 3 Tango Kilowatt Radio, K0RWB in Kansas City will be clear 7 3s.
Okay, 7 3. Romeo Uniform Bravo.
November Radio, Whiskey Charlie 2 Yankee.
November 2 Romeo Uniform Bravo.
The whiskey Charlie 2.
It's a Whiskey Charlie 2 TKR.
Okay, Royce, no problem.
Dolphin, Lima, or Germany, Italy, London, located in Westchester County, New York. We're about 35 miles northwest of New York City. Over.
Yeah, I got to New York City, but I missed the call again. Would you give it back to me, please?
Hey, QSL, yep, it's Whiskey Charlie 2 Yankee, Whiskey Canada 2 Yankee, and the name is Gil Dolphin Lima. Over.
Yeah, fine business, Gil. Apologize for that. A little disconnect between my hands and my brain. It always seems to get in the way, not my hands, but my brain. But no, thanks for that. It looks like showing up on the log here around Yonkers. Is that about right?
Yeah, QSL. We're about 30 to 35 miles northwest of New York City, and we're right off the Hudson River there. Over.
Yeah, fine business. Well, another nice contact in New York. Just had another contact a little earlier from the Bronx, so you guys aren't that far away per se. And boy, everybody's got some great signals. I'm really glad to see the 20s open this afternoon, Roger.
Oh, QSL. Yeah, well, you know what? It's been a little erratic the last couple of days, but you're coming in with a great signal, Randy, 5.9 plus. And obviously fantastic audio there. I see you're a freshwater fisherman. I'm a saltwater fisherman. I fish freshwater once a year, and that's up in Lake Ontario towards the Canadian border. Go out for salmon, steelhead, and lake trout there. Over.
Hey, Roger. Well, we have a little trouble around here for saltwater. So yeah, we do the saltwater thing. We do 90% catch and release, or catch and weigh in, I guess I would say. We do have our share of good eating walleye and crappie around here as well. But we do a lot of sport fishing, and we always have fun with that there, Roger.
QSL. Yeah, we travel pretty much up the coast, north and southeast. We traveled, North Carolina, South Carolina, up into Maine, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and we go down far down in Florida for our fishing there. We have a trip planned for San Diego, I think, this year. That's going to be in September of this year. We're going to go out to San Diego and head down to Baja California there and do some fishing down in that neck of the woods there. Over.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, no doubt. And hopefully we'll have some decent weather at that time as well. I get real tempted sometimes just to grab a suitcase and start heading south, but for some reason the XYL doesn't like that because she couldn't go, so we'll just got to stick around here. But as I said to some others earlier, I'll take these not so good days because it just makes us one day closer to spring, Roger.
QSL baseball around the corner, pitches and catches will be reporting soon there. All right, Randy. I know you got a pilot going, so I'm not going to hold you. I'm sure the guys want to jump in there. Hey, 7-3, and as they say in ham radio, we'll catch you down a lot there, over.
Yeah, fine business, Gilbert. Nice to work you for the first time, and thanks for hanging in there with us. Like I said, it's a little, I haven't done it in a while, so we're trying to work these the best we can, and appreciate everybody kind of hanging out there and taking the standbys, and we're trying to get as many as we can. But we were able to pull you out there a while ago, so we appreciate that. And like I said, yeah, we will work you down the log. If you hear us out there, please shout back. And as I was telling others, go to YouTube and put in my call, and you can do the playback, and you can hear our cue. So kind of a neat deal. So 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck on the fishing. That's why they call it fishing for a reason. They don't call it catching. They call it fishing. 7-3s, Whiskey Charlie 2 Yankee Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy, Kansas City will be clear, my friend. 7-3s.
All right, Randy. 7-3 from Yonkers, New York. 7-3.
Whiskey 7, Whiskey Echo 4 Echo Mobile.
The mobile station, was it Whiskey Echo?
Yes, sir. Whiskey Echo 4 Echo WE4E Danny near Nashville.
Wow, that's pretty darn good for a mobile station. Dan, are you mobile around the area, or you're coming my direction?
I am about 15 miles northeast of downtown, so yes, I am driving, and I'm in the greater Nashville area right now. You're 5 and 9 here, big signal.
Oh, fine business. Yeah, that's holding together. Usually on mobiles, they're bouncing up and down, but that's been pretty steady. I probably should have called for that earlier. Again, I'm just so out of practice with this. Back in the day when they had the National Parks on the Air program in 2016, we were quite involved, and we would actually stop about every half hour or so and look for mobiles and QRPs and see we've gotten to the point we've even forgot that. So appreciate you hanging in there, Roger.
Oh yeah, no worries. Actually, I just got here, to be honest with you. I tuned across your signal just literally as you were wrapping up your last QSO, and I thought I'd give you a quick call. I'm out running some errands and everything. So anything that you say parks on the air and everything, that's something I hope to do sometime this spring and summer. I've put together a little portable kit that I'm going to try out across the summer, so I'm going to go try to find a park and do some of that. So I appreciate you listening for mobile stations. I actually work a lot of parks on the air from the truck while I'm driving. So it's kind of fun pass the time, when I'm just noodling around town, over.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Well, however it's holding, it's working because you're 5.9 plus 5 to 10 there, so it's definitely holding together for you. So not many people have a decent mobile station while they're driving. Usually, if you're portable or something, a different story. But yeah, it's definitely holding together for you today. So it sounds real good there from Nashville.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. This thing, I literally put this together on a whim. I started out with, literally with stuff that I had. I had a little Yaesu FD100. I stuck that in here with an SG 237 tuner and a 102-inch whip.
And it worked pretty good on 20. I actually made some overseas contacts with it on 20, but it was back in, I don't know, September. So, you know, completely different atmospheric situation. And it kind of got me hooked on it, and I started chasing upgrades and stuff. And anyway, I fast forward to what is now a Kenwood TS4EHX, making 200 watts. The antenna is a Diamond SD330 screwdriver. And the vehicle it's mounted on is a Ford F350 dually, and I've got it bonded within an inch of its life, so I have a lot of mass under the antenna. The antenna's on the bed rail right behind the back window, so it's as high as I can get it, and it's centered over the mass. And according to everything that's written about mobile stuff, that's kind of the place to be. So the fact that it's a 2004 means that I really don't feel guilty about poking holes in it. So I've got copper straps, or not really copper, they're tin copper braids, just all over the thing. I mean, they're like 22 over bonded all the pieces together. So had a lot of fun.
Alex.
Yeah, fine business. Well, it's working. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about a 2004 either, but you took a little dive there, but maybe it was a hill or something. But for a mobile, it's definitely working well for you. I got a message here on the chat stream. Our good friend Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform is out there. Guys, I don't know if you've ever been to his, checked in with Alex or gone to his live stream, but boy, you want to have some fun. He's quite a character. We wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Alex either. So you guys have a chance. You check out Alex as well. I still want to have a debate. I don't think he sounds as good as I do, but I guess I'll have to leave it up to you guys. But I think I sound better than he does. But every time I talk to him, he tells me no, that he sounds better. But I just don't think it's true. But anyway, yeah. Listen, we'll see if we can grab a couple more here. But thanks for the shout from Nashville and the portable. That's pretty cool. That's the first portable I've had today. But we'll do it. We'll do a little different this time. I'll let you wrap it up, and I'll throw myself there and let you have it. And we'll hopefully have a chance to work you again for sure. K0RWB Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll let you finish it.
All right, mighty fine. Well, thanks for taking my call. Been a fun QSO, and the timing is excellent. I'm actually pulling into my destination, so that worked out good. So yeah, I worked Alex once before a couple of weeks ago, so that was kind of fun. Anyway, thanks for the QSO, and have a good day. And Kilo Echo, Charlie.
Yeah, 1 second, please.
No, RWB, for phone. Thanks for you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks again for checking in. I thought I heard a November 2 station. Was there a November 2 out there again?
Roger. November 2, Romeo Uniform Bravo.
November 2, RUB. Is that a Roger? RUB, R-U-B. Yeah, fine business, Glenn. Let me turn this thing around here, get down toward Orlando, and maybe you can get a better copy on me. It looks like not far, or actually in Winter Park. Is that Roger?
Roger. We're about 5 miles from downtown, Randy. About 5 miles from downtown. I got a brand new loop in the attic, over.
Oh, I get rid of it. It doesn't work at all. I can't even hear you. Oh, no, I go back to that in a heartbeat. Yeah, this isn't working at all. No, it sounds pretty good. I've heard some really good stations on loop, so congrats.
Well, you're right. Yeah, I just got it, I guess about 25 feet up, maybe. I'm on a second floor apartment. I just got in a small attic space, over.
Well, you know, if you can run it through the gutters of your QTH there, you're going to get even better reception because the gutters work as a direct reflector. You'll be even better, Roger.
Roger, yeah, that's something else to try. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay in touch with the management here because they can be a little picky. Over.
Oh well, now you didn't say anything about that. I just thought, yeah, you don't want to get a knock on the door and have a notice to say depart. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Not on my account, anyway. I don't want you to come back and say, well, this is what Randy said to do. No, I don't want that to happen, Glenn. So yeah, you keep doing what you're doing there, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that sounds like you're giving me good advice. Maybe we better just mix that idea for now. Anyway, over.
Yeah, well, I had a feeling you were doing it anyway, but it's still fun to it's still fun to think and dream about it. But yeah, well, it's definitely working for you, no doubt. And I see on the web chat, both Todd and Alex are going back and forth here. So I guess I'm gonna have to start separating these guys. They're quite characters, but yeah. Well, thanks for checking in with us down in Winter Park. It looks like the whole Eastern Seaboard's doing pretty good. I've had you guys, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, New York, the Bronx, and you name it. It's been good. I haven't had the New England yet, Vermont and New Hampshire and so forth. They're probably sandbagging. I'm not sure where it's at, but usually this time of day, the band really starts to move around for me, and I start having to point toward the west. That's the curse of being Central U.S., Glenn. You either go at point left or right. Roger?
Roger, Randy. Yeah, understood. Just out of comparison, I talked to Kansas City not too long ago on the NFET. Just give me a signal report if you don't mind. Over.
No, it's great. It's 5.9 bumping 5 over, so it's fine, and the audio is nice and clear.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just running an old heel sound microphone here on a Linko, a DX-SR8. You familiar with that radio?
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't use it no more. I'd go buy me a new one.
You made my day, Randy. Boy, it was great talking to you. I really appreciate everything. I'm glad this thing's working because the first one I got was totally messed up. Everything was messed up, and they ended up just sending me a brand new one. So just hooked it up today. Over.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Hey, Glenn, just so you know, I've got plenty of them. I'll be here all day.
Roger. Okay, I know there's probably some more out there. I've been actually hearing the other guys talking to you there, so that's how I know. At least I know I'm doing good with receive. Now I know I'm doing good with transmit. So let me not tie it up anymore, and I'll look for you again. I'd like to talk to you again sometime. Okay?
Yeah, you betcha. Love to have that. That'd be great. As I was telling the other guys, we're actually live on YouTube right now, Glenn. So if you want to hear the playback, hear our QSO, and hear for yourself what you sound like with the radio and the mic, just put in my call, and you'll see the video there, and you can play it back. And it's really helped me out a lot, and that's what I did initially with Alex. Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform down in Marathon, Florida. So 7-3's, Glenn, thanks for your patience. Glad we got a chance to get in there and work, and hope to hear you again for real soon. November 2, Romeo Uniform Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City, we're clear, my friend. 7-3's.
Kilowatt 3, Kilowatt Delta X-ray.
Kilowatt 3, Mike Juliet.
I got Kilowatt 3, Kilowatt Delta X-ray. Is that a Roger, Ken?
QSL, that is a Roger. The name here is Ken. I'm in North Central Maryland, just below the Mason-Dixon line. You're a solid 5.9 here today.
Fine business. So if I'm looking at this right, they kind of put you north and west of Whitehall?
That is correct. Just below the Mason-Dixon.
Hey, fine business. Boy, I'm good with geography, aren't I? Boy, you name it, I can pull it out there. Well, come back in there, Ken, or did we lose you?
I'm still here. Yes, you are correct. Just near Whitehall, and I am running 100 watts into a DX Commander vertical.
Wow, 100 watts barefoot on the vertical. Well, it's definitely working. A little bit of noise there, but I'm probably pulling you out. I'll look at the meter come back around again, but we were able to pull the call, so you're doing a good job on that. But yeah, it sounds good for barefoot.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we had a little bit of weather here today, a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, so I'm stuck inside. So I'll let you get back to all the others that are calling you. Just wanted to give you a shout out. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. K3 KDX 73.
Yeah, no problem. And I like the QSL card too. That's a really great design. It's something that's really catchy. So, yeah, thanks for taking the time here to check in with us. And I know it's been kind of crazy, and we're working as many and as often as we can. But we'll keep going until people say stop or the band drives. So, 7-3, thanks again. Hope to work again real soon. Kilowatt 3, Kilowatt Delta X-ray. K0RWB, Randy in Kansas City. We'll be clear, 7-3.
7-3.
Victor Echo 3, Delta Hotel.
Echo.
The Victor Echo 3 station again, please.
Victor Echo 3, Delta Hotel Papa. My name is Don, and my UTH is Peterborough, about 100 miles northeast of Toronto. QSL?
Okay, no problem, Don. I hope you paid the toll to call down here in the U.S.
We're not as cold as we'd like to be up here, actually, for this time of year. We're just slightly below freezing. We picked up about an inch or two of snow in the recent 3 or 4 hours, but that's about it for the last month, over.
Yeah, fine business. Well, you know, if you want to get on the air and talk to the U.S., you got to pay the tolls here, so I'll expect you to send me a check in the mail, Roger. I said, if you want to make a call down here to the U.S. here on ham radio, I expect you to send me a check there, Roger.
Okay, I've had about 4 check-ins on this band already down there, as well as a couple to the Far East over in Europe, so I'm not feeling too bad given it's that time of conditions for the bands, and I haven't really been on sideband until recently for quite a while, or?
Yeah, fine business. Well, we were able to pull you out that last go-round, so it's working for you pretty good. Now, you got to remember, I haven't changed anything yet, so I'm still pointed toward Florida. So if I bring it up a little bit, I'm sure your signal will come up as well, Roger.
Okay, yeah, I realized that I was tuned in a while back, and you had mentioned then you were swinging south, and now you got to swing a little bit northeast if you want to beam up to me, but you're more interesting people. Well, you get some up in the New England states. I guess you may pick up some of them. Anyhow, I'm running 100 watts in a Kenwood TS590, and my antenna right now is just a double zip that's up about 30 feet, and auto tuner on the end of it.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, it makes sense on my end if I kind of move things around. So we moved it up a little bit, and then you came up to 5.9 plus. So we were able to pull you out the other direction. So I'm glad to see it came up that time around. So we didn't have any trouble copying that time. And yeah, the working conditions are working for you. Running barefoot, that's pretty good. The band is in the great shape. It's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as yesterday, but we're able to make some contacts and having some good QSOs. Roger?
It's nice that it's come alive. It's kind of something to do when I'm committed to staying in and not going out and hugging people and all that kind of stuff like you probably are. So it's getting my hobby fired back up again, and FCA's pretty boring, so we decided we'd try a little bit of a sideband within the past week, and we've had some QSOs with my little antenna that I've got, or I also have a vertical in the backyard that I used to pick up Scotland a couple times yesterday, so I'm not feeling too bad. A little bit of hope out there. Anyhow, microphone back to you, Randy. You show up as on my log here, so microphone back to Randy, K0RWB.
Yeah, you bet, John. Yeah, that's me. I'll answer to about anything, but that's the official name anyway. Hi. But no, it sounds good. And yeah, it's nice to see the band opened up and start getting some countries other than us two in Mexico. So it's glad to see that the UK is working. We've got into Bosnia, Herzegovina the other day, and Serbia and so forth. So we're glad to see that the Baltics are coming around and so forth. We'll see if we can grab a couple other ones down, but thanks for coming back. I'm glad we were able to pull you out of the mix there, and thanks for looking me up there. That's kind of nice. Like I said, if you want to hear the playback on our QSO, just go to the YouTube and put in my call sign, and you can hear the playback as well. Kind of fun to do. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully we'll catch you down the log real soon. Victor Echo 6, Delta Hotel Papa, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. We'll be clear, my friend. 7-3s.
Kilowatt Radio 4 Hotel.
Was there a hotel station again, please?
Hello, Randy. Dave, Kilowatt Radio 4 Hotel in South Carolina. Over.
Okay, Don, do appreciate it. Thanks again, my friend. Take care. Okay there, Dave. Sorry about that. Kilowatt Radio 4 Hotel. Roger?
That is a Roger, Randy. How you doing?
Oh, very good, sir. First one today in South Carolina, and one of my favorite parts of the country there. Well, you're west of Columbia, but we certainly like the area there, Roger.
Yeah, I'm just 15 miles west, Randy. I grew up in lived in Columbia city limits until about 2 years ago, and recently retired. And we moved west, 15 miles west. Actually, we are west of West Columbia. If you want to get the exact deal, we're not in the West Columbia city limits. But how you doing there?
We're doing fine. Really good signal, by the way. There's no noise on the band or anything when you key there, and the audio is nice and clear. Maybe it has something to do with your musical background?
Well, I appreciate that, Randy. I work on it. Let's put it that way. I do play music, but I have to tell you, a lot of musicians are not good sound men. So I tried to get some people to help me, improve the audio. But I think that it's a work in progress.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Well, you're 20 over that time, so it's definitely working. Yeah, I've had 2 other calls earlier from North Carolina, so the Carolinas are very well represented today. Nothing from Virginia, nothing from Georgia, Pennsylvania, yes, and then nothing from the New England states yet. But there's always time. As long as the band holds up and the voice does, we'll continue going until people say, "Hey, shut it down." we can go either way there, Roger.
Yeah, well, you're sounding great, Randy. I got you 10 over. Real good audio, real good. And hey, don't believe what those North Carolina people say about us here. We're 2 different animals. Over.
Well, I heard that. It's how we are here too. Us Missourians and us Kansans, we're totally different. Because as soon as I say Kansas, everybody automatically believes Kansas City, Kansas, and that is such a small section of the Kansas City area. But I don't know where it comes from. But no, we certainly know the difference as well. As I said, I was always struck by the times in the Columbia area. My daughter went to basic training down there. You know where I'm talking about. And we drove out for the graduation and just, wonderful. Well, we spent time in Virginia as well, but there was something a little bit different about South Carolina. You're just, weather-wise, not too crazy cold, not too crazy hot. That's the way I looked at it, Roger.
Yeah, well, the summers get pretty humid. I don't know when you were here, what time of the year. I'd be curious, but it gets pretty doggone humid, Randy, around June till September or so. Yeah, where we used to live, we lived a couple of miles outside of Gate 1, Fort Jackson. Lived over there on the southeast side of Columbia for about 30 years.
Oh, fine business. Well, yeah, we know we know where that gate is as well. So they do have a little bit of ground there. I'll give them that. I'm not used to seeing quite that much, but we certainly know why. And I never did find Columbia that hard to get around in. I always thought it was a very easy town to drive around in, especially being an out-of-town or out-of-stater. But, yeah, I always thought the roads were pretty easy, and they're all in pretty good shape as well, too, so that always helped quite a bit. But, well, listen, we appreciate you checking in with us today, and like I said, that's really terrific audio, and it is really crystal clear, and you've been 10 to 20 over that whole time, so we've got a nice little pipeline into South Carolina. So, again, I'll do this one a little different. I'll let you finish it up this time, but we do appreciate you checking in with us. And like I said, you want to hear our playback, go to the YouTube and just put in my call sign, and you can actually hear the video recording. It's kind of a cool deal. So be curious how I sound. And I don't think my monitor works that well, but I'll play myself back later as well. I'll let you finish it up, Dave. Thanks for checking in with us. Kilowatt Radio 4 Hotel K0RWB.
K0RWB, KR4HH. Very good, Randy. Sure, we'll check out the channel, and I'll look for you in the future. By the way, the mention of Columbia was very observant. A little tidbit, Columbia was a planned city. The capital used to be down in Charleston, and all the upstaters were angry, and the compromise was struck, whereas Columbia was built in the geographical center of the state. It was a planned city, so basically all the streets downtown are on a grid. No one-way street. Just very logical grid. Anyway, I'll leave you with
Stand by, Bravo Mike.
week, and we'll catch you next time. K0RWB, KR4HH.
Okay, we do appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll work you again real soon. We'll say 7:30s, and we'll break with you. I did hear a November Bravo Mike station again, please.
That's a Kilo Golf 4, Delta Bravo Mike.
Well, if I can type it in right, I'll probably be okay here. Bravo Mike, I apologize for that. Kilo Golf 4, Bravo Mike. Is that Roger?
Almost. It is Delta Bravo Mexico. Kilo Golf 4, Delta Bravo Mexico. Got a beautiful signal into East Tennessee this afternoon, friend.
Yeah, my apologies. Fat fingers for some reason, or the fingers in the brain aren't talking to each other. I think we got it that time. Is this Jason? Is that it, Roger?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is Jason. Yeah, we're down here in the basement playing radio, talking to you on the old Swan 500 this afternoon, running into an off-center fed dipole up on the roof.
No, fine business. Well, if the mapper is correct, then that would put you around Grovetown.
For some reason, the map has not changed my mapping location yet. We are in Tennessee. That's my old address. In Georgia, where we lived a few years ago, it has my correct address, but not my correct map spot. So we are just south of Knoxville, sir.
Oh, fine business, just south of Knoxville. My apologies. Yeah, sometimes I'm hesitant to say anything because mine comes up that way too. It took several years for the map to catch up with the address, so apologize for that. But Tennessee. So that's the first one today. So I guess we got a little short skipping mixed in there as well. I can see the East Coast, but now you're getting a little closer to me. But we got no problem hearing you when you pulled to your call out there. We were able to grab it there right away, so it worked out pretty well. But I'll look at the meter next go round. But you did sound pretty good, Roger.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, you're solid 5'9", heading up about 10 over my 9. So the beautiful signal here. I enjoyed talking to you. I heard you talking about your YouTube channel, so I may go there and listen to my audio. I like to enjoy radio. There's a lot of them, and sometimes you wonder if it's acting funny and if the audio is good or not. So it'll be interesting to take a listen to that. So I'll have to check out your YouTube channel at the end of our over here.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Well, that's kind of what I did. Because you just never know. A lot of radios have a monitor feature, as this one I have, and when I checked in with Alex down in Florida, Whiskey 7 Hotel uniform on his stream, and I played it back, I said, wow, that was just totally different. So I've spent some time trying to kind of finesse it a little bit, and even now, at the end of the day here, I'll probably go back and listen to it again and see. I've had a few comments on the live chat that said it sounded okay, but you do kind of make sure that it does work, and I do have to wave a hand to some of the guys out there who've kind of sent me a few messages. But yeah, you get a chance to go back and play it back. It gives you a good starting point to see if you need to make any changes or leave it alone, Roger.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's a nice service you provide there. I'll be looking forward to checking that out. So I don't know, Jeff. I think there was other people calling you, but thanks for picking up my call and chatting with me and my old radio today.
Yeah, no problem. If you do a playback on the channel, there's an audio scope and there's an audio spectrum. So you actually have a chance to see how wide or how narrow you are on your audio as well. So take a look at that and see if that works. Some radios have a little more adjustments and some others do, but we always try to stay within that 3 kcs. and at least you'll get a chance to see what your signal looks like and what you sound like. And to me, it's a huge benefit. It's really helped me out immensely, and it's still a work in progress. You know, it could certainly change day to day, but we do appreciate you coming back to the calls there and standing by. I'm glad we got a chance to work you, and again, sounds good there in Tennessee. So first contact for Tennessee today. We do appreciate it. And come on back. We'd like to hear you again sometime. Like I said, if you do go to the channel, if you want to hear when we're back out again, just hit that little bell. That gives you a notification when we're out here. We're going to try to continue doing this there as long as everybody wants to check in. We'll continue to try to do it as well. So I'll say 7-3, Jason, and we'll catch you down the log. Kilowatt Golf 4, Delta Bravo Mike, K0RWB, Randy in Kansas City. We'll be clear, my friend. 7-3s.
Kilo Echo 8, Charlie.
Hi, 7-3, sir. Have a good afternoon.
Charlie Foxtrot.
There's a Kilo Echo 8 station, please.
Yes, Kilo Echo 8, Charlie Fox. And the handle is Joe. I'm in Ohio.
Okay, Joe, in Ohio, KE8, Charlie Fox, got you that time. Right on the waterfront, so I'll bet that air feels nice and good, doesn't it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I can't imagine what the weather's like there. Gosh, I don't know. If you sure you want to talk to a guy in Kansas City? You're not a Browns fan, are you?
No. I'm glad to see him winning, though.
You know, it's nice to see different teams have success, but I will say this, it was 50 years in the making for what the Chiefs did last year, so I'm going to ride this roller coaster as long as I can, because it's inevitable that the wheels will come off one day, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, I know what you mean there. Yeah, what are you using there? This is just a pure, like a radio station coming in here, so I'm kind of impressed with your sound there. So what are you using? Back to you.
Well, I appreciate that, Joe. Well, don't tell anybody, but I tapped into the local FM radio station. I'm using their antenna and their equipment, so that's why it sounds so good. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I appreciate the flowers there, and it's really nothing special. We bought a new rig on Friday. We upgraded from an old Yaesu. We went to the ICOM 7300, and we're messing around a little bit with the transmit audio. We are running a hex beam pointed your direction, about 45 feet from the base plate, and the amplifier's an ACOM 1000, and we're about 800 to 900 on peaks. So it's nothing special, but it seems to work for us today. Roger?
Oh, Roger. Yeah, it's a pleasure talking to somebody, and there's nothing else in there. Like I say, it's like a radio station. Yeah, I thank you for your time. I'm an old hand here, and I love CW, but I haven't been on for about 5 years. And I'm just getting back with it. I got a little problem with this rig here. I'm using a IC 738 in barefoot here. So, do I sound pretty good, or is it a piece of junk here? So I'm going to cut it back to you. I know there's a lot of people want to talk to you, so hope we meet again there, Randy. And like I say, the handle is Joe, and I'm in Ohio. So back to you.
Yeah, no problem, Joe. Well, actually, looking at the audio scope, you've got some mid and low peaks, and you've got some high peaks as well. I think it sounds just fine. The scope is showing you're within the 3 kc window, so I think it's good. There is some inflection in your voice. I wouldn't change a thing. It doesn't have a tremendous amount of lows, but it does have a good sound to it. So I think it's doing just fine. And welcome back to the hobby. Glad to see you guys are coming around. I was the same way. I've been off for about 2.5 to 3 years when the bands went dead, and we just came back in about the end of November, 1st of December. So we're kind of new and getting back at it as well. But nice to have you back with the hobby, and hopefully we'll have a chance for you to check in and get in again with us, sir. Roger.
Roger, Randy, and very best to you in this new year. And hope the virus isn't getting to you. So with that, I will make sure I got your call. K0RWB from KE8CF 73.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad we had a chance to work you today, Joe. And you take care. Keep your head down. Let that COVID stuff go over top of us. So no problems at all. Enjoy the QSO, and let's work again real soon. KE8 Charlie Fox, K0RWB, Randy, Kansas City. We'll be clear, my friend. 7-3s.
73.
The X-Ray Hotel Station again, please. X-Ray Hotel Station.
November 8th, Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel. Over.
Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel. November 8th, Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel. Harold, is that a Roger?
Roger.
Oh, fine business. Well, I don't know how long you've been waiting. We appreciate that. I didn't expect this much activity, but boy, it's been fun and daunting at the same time. But I'll look at the meter next time around. But we didn't have on top of you any problem pulling you out that time, Roger.
Okay, well, I have you 5-9 into Bridgeport, West Virginia today. On my Tentec Omni 7, which is putting out 100 watts into an end-fed long wire. Over.
Well, I'd say that long wire is doing the job, and yeah, we know about where you're at. The XYL is from Morgantown, and I know you're a little bit south and west of there, but and boy, I don't hear many Tentecs out there, but it's working for you today, Roger.
Well, this is my original Tentec Omni 7. One of the first batch they put out, so I'm going to hold on to it till the horse doesn't run anymore. I don't much care for the new model they have out. I think probably my next rig may have to be a 7300. Have to join the crowd with everybody else. Over.
Yeah, you know, I kind of felt that way too. It felt like going over to the dark side because the intention was not to end up with this. We're very fortunate in the Kansas City metro area. We have an amateur radio store that has, you name it, they have 90% of what's out there in stock, in the shelves, and they also have a wonderful website that you can also, and see, my thing, as close as I am, if I order online, I don't have to pay any shipping or sales tax. Well, I pay shipping, but no sales tax. So I've looked at it both ways. But you know, if you can buy local and take care of your local vendors, if it's a world of difference, and especially in amateur radio. Otherwise, you've got Gigaparts, you've got HRO, and maybe some other large online retailers, but there's no chance to really, you know, help the little guy. And we're very fortunate that we've got a store here. And I went over Friday to basically do a trade on my old Yaesu FT950, and they had an FTDX 3000 Yaesu that was my intention, because the FTDX 10 they were sold out of. And all said and done, a new rig, the 7300 for about $300 less was kind of a no-brainer. And we've heard some really great audio reports. Never heard a bad 7300, so we did pull the trigger and went to the dark side, so to speak. But anyway, for anybody out there who's interested, go to the website and check them out. It's Associated Radio. The owner is named Dan, and just wonderful people. 800 number as well. Call and ask questions. And of course, I get nothing for this. They're just wonderful people. It's a mom and pop shop. And they're very receptive, and Dan has been doing this for 40-some years, and he has the answer. I have yet to ask a question he doesn't have an answer to. But anyway, get back to your story. No, I looked at the Tentecs. I own one of their amplifiers. I have a Tentec Hercules 2, the solid-state amp, and we have it here on the bench, but we did upgrade to this ACOM amplifier, and we're kind of putting it in reserve. Roger.
Roger. Well, my closest dealer is R&L out in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. If they have it in stock, they send it quickly. Their problem is they just don't have enough stock, and I may have to try your Associated Radio down there in Tennessee. I may have to switch sides in terms of dealers. Just go to the dark side on everything. I'm hoping that Tentec gets back on its feet. I think maybe if they would get back into producing the Eagle and any quantity, I might go for an Eagle. I like
to a Tommy 7. I like the size of it. It feels right to me. The Eagle felt a little small, which is why I didn't buy it in the first place. But, oh well, you know, I had a chance to operate one at their field day they used to have in Sevierville, and it worked well. What can I say? You never know what the future's going to bring. I may change my mind and end up being a Kenwood man of all things. No, that would never happen. If Kenwood was the last radio on the market, I think I'd just park my license in file 13. Over.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I think they all make good equipment. Just some have different options and do things better than others. I know they made a huge advancement in receive technology over the last 8 or 9 or 10 years, and that was one of the reasons why we were looking to upgrade from the FT950. And this has a great receive. It doesn't have the receive of what the FTDX 3000 has, but it has a really good receive, and it's nice to have the scope in there and so on and so forth. And it doesn't have a lot of hidden menus like the Yaesu did. But again, since only having it since Friday, I've really enjoyed it. And like I said, they're very popular. I mean, a new rig with these features for basically $1,000 to me is unheard of. And that was the other point that kind of made me go this route. So far I'm having fun with it, and it's working well. So, well, Harold, thanks for coming back out there, and we appreciate having the QSO with you. We're going to try to pick up a few more here before we've got to take a little break, and we do want to get as many as we can. As I said, if you go to YouTube and type in my call, you actually get to hear your playback. You can hit the video, and you can hear yours and I's QSO. And I do have the audio scope up in the audio spectrum, so you get a chance to see what your audio levels look like, which is kind of a neat deal. So if you want to kind of tweak and play with your audio on your transmit, you certainly could. So I'll say 7.3s, and I'll let you finish it up. We'll kind of switch it around a little bit. So November 8th, Foxtrot X-Ray Hotel, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Back to you.
Okay, fine business. I will say 7.3s from West Virginia, where the sun normally shines on the mountains and the moon shines in the basement. 7.3s, over.
Yeah, fine business. Yeah, I like that, Harold. That's terrific. I would have never thought of that, but good for you. Hey, listen, enjoy the rest of your day. You take care, my friend. 7.3s.
Vector Echo 3.
Whiskey Alpha 2, Juliet, India Delta.
Let's see, the Whiskey Alpha 2 again?
Yeah, Whiskey Alpha 2, Juliet, India Delta, WA2JID. Name here is Bernie, and we're located 10 miles west of Binghamton, New York. And you've got a nice signal here on 20 meters this afternoon. Back to you.
Okay, 5 minutes. Well, you're not that Bernie, are you?
What Bernie is that?
Isn't there another Bernie up in Vermont?
Oh, yeah, the one with the mittens. No, it's not. I don't think he's a ham either.
Well, I think he is, but not on the radio kind. Anyway, sorry about that. I got tons of them. I'll be here all day. No, listen, thanks, Bernie, for standing by and getting a chance to check in with us. Appreciate that. And yeah, really nice signal and wonderful audio as well. We've been really fortunate that the band has kind of held up with us today, and I think that's the first one in New England area. So it's the first time I've had to check in today with New York. Roger?
Yeah, okay, Roger. We're 10 miles west of Binghamton. We're right on the New York-PA border. I'm not sure if you know where Binghamton is, but it's directly south of Syracuse, which is kind of in the center of the upstate New York. And we're right on the PA border. And what we're running here is Flex Radio 6300 into a KPA 500 amplifier, running it right up to about, 500 watts. And I've got a new microphone on here, and I think I've got it set up pretty well. It's a Heil PR40. And I understand that you're running a 7300. I also have one of those,
and I think that's the best buy on the market today for 7,300. I did buy mine used off K0RWB, and I think I paid $850 for it, and it had a couple upgrades, a new fan, and it was really in pristine condition. I was really fortunate to get it. And the microphone that's on it, the little condenser mic, I had another fellow help me set up the audio, and it really sounds good. Of course, that's what everybody says. But this is a new microphone on this Flex radio, and actually I haven't been on 20 meters too much at all. I pretty much stuck with 160 and 80 and 40 occasionally. And the only reason I don't get on 20 too often is because I don't have a beam. And I'm just running a wire antenna that I strung up here in, well, I guess it was at the beginning of the summer. It's an off-center fed dipole. It's about 15 feet off the ground, on up to about 35 or 40 feet on the other end. And it's a little short for 160, but it's really, I got all that I could into the space that I had. And I do get on 160 with a tuner. 80 it's pretty flat across the upper portion of 80 meters, and it's dead flat all the way across 20 meters. So that's why I'm on 20 meters. I discovered that yesterday. I started doing some experimenting because I want to be able to run this rig remotely, and I don't want to rely on the automatic tuner. So I can run 80 meters and 20 meters without the tuner whatsoever. And the tuner is in bypass right now. So I'm running 500 watts into a wire antenna, and I think I'm doing pretty well. And I'm going to listen to your YouTube video. And if you do put me up there, I want to hear what it sounds like. A couple days ago, I had some guys on, I think it was 40 meters, help me get this thing set up with the right equalizer. I've got an 8-band equalizer here. Well, anyway, let me turn it back to you. I know there's some other people want to get in there and talk to you, Randy. And oh, I like your hex beam. I'm going to try and get one of those up as soon as I can. Anyway, back to you. K0RWB from Whiskey Alpha 2, Juliet India Delta, Vestal, New York. Back to you.
Yeah, no problem at all. Well, that's you got a wire antenna. That's basically what I have. I have a wire antenna with some spreaders on it, but it does help. It does help to me a little bit where my QTH to be able to direct the signal. And at the time, shipped to my door for $500 was a great deal. And he's not much different now. This is from NA4RR, Roger Rockwell, out of Pensacola, Florida. And I think even in almost 10 years, shipped to the door for around $600, which is to me it's a great poor man's beam. I have no complaints with it whatsoever. I know there's something out there better and so forth, but I think it's around 5 to 5.5 dB gain, and it does exactly what I want it to. There's no wind load, and it just flops around when the wind blows. It works for me. So, now listen, we appreciate you being in there, and appreciate the check in with us. And yeah, we've been streaming the whole time. You just have to look at the time segment when you and I are talking, but you'll be able to hear your audio playback. I think it sounds fine. You don't have a whole lot of lows, but that's okay. It's still nice and crystal clear. So you listen to the live stream, and then you can decide for yourself if you want to try to make some changes and so forth, because nobody knows exactly how your voice sounds except for you, and that's been my understanding. So that's what's helped me in the past. So I'll say 7-3 for now, and thanks for coming back to this call. And we'll I'd like to see you again. So if you hear us out there again, please do that. We're going to try to do this as much as we can. And if you go to the YouTube and you hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification when we come back online. And we're just going to keep doing this. And we'll rag you. We'll talk about stuff, tell a few jokes, and do whatever else anybody wants to do, and have a chance to play radio. So I'll say 7-3 for now, Bernie, and stay away from the other one. And be safe. Hopefully we'll have some decent weather coming. We're always one day closer to springtime. So 7-3, Whiskey Alpha 2, Juliet India Delta, Kilowatt 0 Radio, Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City will be clear. 7-3.
7-3, Randy.
Whiskey Alpha 2 Tango Delta Lima.
November 2 Echo uniforms here.
Whiskey Alpha 2 Tango Alpha Lima. Is that a Roger?
That's Tango Delta Lima. Go ahead.
My apologies. Boy, I tell you, my fingers and my brain aren't working. I think I got it in there. Whiskey Alpha 2 Tango Delta Lima. Roger?
QSL.
Okay, fine business. Let's see. Oh, out of Buffalo. Boy, we're really starting to get some stations up in New York now. Well, how's everybody doing up there in Buffalo? Have they recovered from the weekend?
Recovered just fine, and no problems. Acknowledging that Kansas City is a somewhat better team than Buffalo, but wait till next year. We're saving the hats, and you got a great signal here. You're peaking like 20 over, and okay, I'm glad you're giving people feedback on their audio and all that. I'm using a Ten-Tech speech processor in front of the Ten-Tech Jupiter. And a little solid state amp, so maybe 300 watt to a Delta loop. That seems to work pretty well. Let's see, we got some light snow going on here, and it's about 30 degrees, I think. 29 degrees. So it's not a bad January day. We've had a great winter up here, actually. Oh, gee, I didn't get your name there, but the name is Rick here, and as you know, I think it was K0RWB WA2TL.
Okay, Rick. I have I had a problem with your calls like you got mine. K0 Red, White, and Blue Romeo Whiskey Bravo is the call. Little town of Bate City, Missouri, 30 miles east of downtown Kansas City. And I told some station earlier I waited 50 years for the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl, and considering what Buffalo has done with the new coach McDermott in that short period of time, and I knew Josh Allen was going to be good. I'm from Colorado originally, and he was, he was up at University of Wyoming in Laramie. I knew the kid was going to be good, and he is. What he's done the last 3 years, and yeah, there's just a play here, a player there. On any given night, anything could happen. I was more worried about that game than I was the Browns game. And the Browns game was tough. They're all tough at this time of year. They're supposed to be, and they'll be back. I can see many years of rivalry between Buffalo and Kansas City because those windows open and close really quick, and you have to take advantage of it when you can. So the folks around here are super appreciative of what we've got and what they've done for the community and for the area. And I'm sure it's the same way for Buffalo. They've had some lean years as well. I certainly know that. And we won't even talk about the stigma back in the 90s. I mean, getting there is getting there, no matter what happens afterwards. But we certainly feel for you. And I know it was a tough loss for them. But, on that particular night, the Chiefs just happened to be just a little bit better. But I wouldn't want to, you play 10 games, who knows what the toss-up could be. But, no, it sounds great, actually. And, it's just, with the audio stream, or I should say the live stream, I didn't start this. I checked in with Alex down in Florida, Whiskey 7 hotel uniform, and I thought it was kind of cool. You could actually play yourself back. And when you get a chance to listen to your own audio, it doesn't really work in the monitor feature. I don't think it does. And that's kind of how it started for me. And I said, hey, do you mind if I start doing it today? He goes, no, let's just all do it. We'll have a good time with it, and we'll rag you, we'll tell jokes, we'll have interest stories and so forth. And it's a chance for everybody to get on the air. And if they want to listen to themselves later on, show their friends and, what have you. And that's kind of what the appeal was to me. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So, but yeah, it sounds good, but you'll be the decider when you get a chance to hear it back, Roger.
Yeah, okay. What did you say your name was? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The handle here is Randy, Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee. And just like I said, a little podunk town of Bate City, Missouri. You blink and it's gone.
I probably drove through there. I lived in St. Louis for a couple of years. Went to Kansas City once, liked it. You know what? I think we were out-coached, too. Playing
a zone, and it was a soft zone, and even the commentators were saying that against Mahomes, it was a mistake. And also the fact that we couldn't get a good pass rush. If you've got a monster pass rush, okay, good, play a zone. But if you can't, then I think probably a man defense was okay. And you know what? They threw Josh Allen's timing off just enough to give him some problems back there. And we couldn't handle the rush. He couldn't get as much time as he needed usually. And there were enough plays where they pressured him. So it worked, and their man coverage worked. I just think it was a strategic error on defense to play a zone defense. And especially when you had a guy like when you got Tyreek Hill. That guy, when he gets loose in the secondary, he's like a monster. You can't... So, I mean, hats off to you. Great coaching and a great game for Kansas City. And, you know, of course I'm rooting for the AFC here in the Super Bowl. So many people in Buffalo they're actually either rooting for KC or they're rooting against Brady. So nothing against Tampa Bay, you know what I mean? But I got to go here. But thanks so much for the QSO, Randy, and okay on the red, white, and blue there. I got it. K0, red, white, and blue from WA2TDL.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I'll tell you what, Rich. Everything you just described in the game, yeah, you're right. I'll agree with you. I won't disagree with you. Everything you said was right. But you know what they say, there's always next year. But look what the 49ers did this year. Yeah. So you just never know. One player away from having a bad season, and we lost our starting left tackle. So we'll see. I know you got to run. Appreciate the patience and trying to check in with us. And like I said, go to YouTube and pull up the live stream. Just go to YouTube and the search engine, just put in my call sign, and then you'll see it. It'll pop up, and look at the timestamp, so to speak, to see where we're at, because we've been out here for about 2 hours. So and see how it works for you. 7-3s. Enjoy the rest of your day, and nice to work you from the Buffalo suburbs. Whiskey Alpha 2 Tango Delta Lima. Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy in Kansas City will be clear. 7-3s.
7-3, Randy. Thanks again.
Victor Alpha 3 Delta Charlie Bravo.
Victor Alpha 3 station, please.
QSL, this is Victor Alpha 3 Delta Charlie Bravo up here in Northern Ontario, Canada here. I'll tell you, Randy, you're coming in here booming. You're bending the needle right over.
Well, that was my intention when I started this today. No, I don't have a whole lot of control, but I appreciate the flowers. And thank you for that. If the map's correct, is it around Markham?
Yeah, we're sort of north of that. We're about 400 miles north of Toronto.
Oh, fine business. Oh, so we got another Canadian station. Welcome. Thanks for taking the time to check in with us. This is very impromptu. We just kind of came on the air, well, almost 2 hours now, and we're live streaming on YouTube. It gives people an opportunity to hear themselves back, and we're just having a great time playing radio. And 20 meters can be really good, real crazy, or somewhere in between. But we have just had a wonderful time today. We talked to some wonderful stations. Everybody's got great signals. A couple of portables and mobile stations that dip down, but everybody else has been really strong. And you can tell the people have been working hard to get in their stations to sound good as well. And I'll look at the meter next time around, but you've got terrific audio. Go ahead.
QSL on that, Randy. QSL on that for sure. Yeah, I just came in there. You just happened to repair my fan dipole there, and I brought it up there to 41 feet there, apex, and it's a fan antenna, the Alpha Delta DXCC, and I think it's doing a pretty good job for me here. And but you're sure booming in here, boy. Oh boy, you're booming in here. No problem, Randy.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm glad I'm getting my money's worth. I kind of hate to see the electric bill at the end of the month. I don't know what the juice this amplifier is running, but I'm glad to see that I hope I'm getting my money's worth. Like I said, so far, everybody I've heard I've been able to work and vice versa, so that's a great thing. And 20 meters has been fairly good today. Again, I don't think it's as good as yesterday, but it's been fairly open, and we've gotten Florida all the way up now to the on the Atlantic seaboard, and now up to you guys in the Toronto area. So the East Coast region for me is working. That's kind of the curse or downside of being central U.S. You either got to point left or right, pretty much. So you gotta have to pick your poison, so to speak. Usually about this time, East Coast kind of jumps away from me, and I start moving around toward the west. But we may have some West Coast stations coming in here later. It's hard to tell, but we're glad to see that the band is open now. Roger.
Roger D on that for sure. Oh yeah, you're doing good. The bands are really opening up there at this end anyway. Up north here, we're noticing it too. And I'll tell you, well, right now it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit here, and we've got maybe a 1.5 to 2 feet of snow on the lawn there, so we're doing okay.
Oh, well, you can keep the snow. That's fine. We have a little dusting last night, and I looked out my window right now, and just a little bit on the ground. Of course, around here, it always has to rain first, and then it freezes up, and then you got snow on top of it. But we've not really had any major snow event. I don't mind the moisture because the farms around here will need that. I don't really particularly care on shoveling a whole lot of snow. But we just have some of those days where it's overcast and not the best weather and so forth. But as I said earlier, it's always another day closer to spring.
Well, I'll tell you, I can't wait because my boat's in the garage here. I got a heated garage there, and I got a 20-footer in there, and I can't wait till the ice melts so we could get the lines back in the water.
Yeah, fine business. Yeah, we started, well, we really haven't stopped fishing, maybe November time frame, but we got a polar bear series that we fish around here, some of the local lakes, and we have decent turnouts. We have 35 to 40, 45, 50 boats on a Sunday, and 18-degree takeoff, and, mid-30s most of the day, and it'll still take a good-sized bag, to get in the money. So fish don't care what the temperature is. Some of us do, but we work through it, and it does kind of help you keep your skills going and your casting skills, being able to drop the lure where you want, and then some of the big tournaments will start opening up here end of February, 1st of March, and then we'll be back at it again through November. Roger? Well, did we lose you, or am I talking out in the air?
Nope, negative there. The alarms just went off on the house. I don't know why, but I had to go and shut it off there. So there you go. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So hopefully, well, the lakes are pretty well frozen here. We got maybe 2 feet of ice on most of the lakes here, but the Great Lakes are not frozen yet. So usually they don't freeze up too much, but by this time of the year, most on the shore and everything is frozen. But for some reason, not this year.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm not surprised the lakes are frozen up there, especially up in your neck of the woods. I did want to do a quick shout-out here to Anthony, Kilowatt X-Ray 3 Charlie, and he posed a little question here on the live chat, but luckily, most of the stuff I'm using, guys, is free, which helps a lot. YouTube allows you to have a free channel and do the live stream, so that was one of Anthony's questions there. So, sorry, didn't mean to get off topic there, but I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to ask questions and so forth. But, yeah, like I said, you got a little bit more snow on the ground than I would care to mess with. It all melts into the lakes and rivers, which will certainly help the aquatic life as the spring comes around. And, of course, you got that kind of weather right now, just makes radio more enjoyable, doesn't it?
So true. And everything that's going on there around the world there, that's pretty sad. But the good thing with the radio, keeps us busy. Is that right?
Yeah, it's worked for me. Two activities for me that are terrific on social distancing is amateur radio and fishing. So those are the two that I enjoy the most. And that's going to be tough later on as we spend more time on the water. We're going to try to figure out how we're going to do this as well. But I will say this, we're in the works right now of starting to do some YouTube live streams remote, going to different locations and taking the equipment and hopefully making it look just like it is on the stream right now, only at different locations. And they're going to be secret, undisclosed locations, and we're going to give people the opportunity by asking some basic questions where I am. There used to be a game as where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. That's kind of what we're going to do and see how much fun we have with that. Roger?
Roger D. That'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome. That's awesome. Well, Randy, I got to get going. I got to check out what made that alarm go off there. So, listen, thanks a million for taking me on there, and do take care and stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll catch you later probably. Is that you, Sal?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm glad we got a chance to work you. And good signal. It just dropped down at the end there, but it's been holding at 5.9 really well. We do appreciate it, and thanks for taking the time to check in with us. And again, if you want to hear what your audio is like, go to YouTube and put in my call sign, and you can hear the playback, and you can be the judge for yourself if you have to make any adjustments. I think it sounds great, but again, you be the judge. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week ahead. And I hope to work you again, and we'll see you down the log, as they say. 7-3s. Victor Echo 3, Delta Charlie Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. We'll be clear, 7-3s.
QSL, Randy, thanks a million there. So, K0RWB, this is Victor Alpha 3, Delta Charlie Bravo, saying 73s to you.
Roger, 7-3s. I did want to say real quick on the live chat, Jay wanted to say hi there in Atlantic City, KD2, Romeo Papa X-Ray. Thank you, Jay, for the quick chat. And I'm glad to see this is working, and I'm hoping people are having as much fun as I am. So, K0, we're going to take a couple more guys, and I'm going to have to take a break for a while. We've been out here a little bit 2 hours, but I do appreciate everybody being out there trying to get in. I honestly do, and we want to try to be there for everybody. But I'm going to try to take a couple more, then I'm going to have to go to QRT for a while. So, K0RWB, QRZ.
November 2, Echo, Uniform Sierra, Horsehead, New York.
I don't know about Horsehead, New York, but I did hear a November 2 Echo Uniform Sierra.
Randy, this is N2EUS in Horsehead, New York. I have you about 5'9". I'm running a 7300 into my antenna, NFED antenna, and back over to you. The handle's Barry with a Bravo.
Oh, okay, Barry with a Bravo. Nice signal. Yeah, you come up over the noise there real quick, no problem. So that's what a 7300 sounds like. Is that Roger?
That is Roger. I also am using the ICOM SM50 mic, and I do believe it makes a big difference. One of the guys I talked with out in Idaho suggested I check out a YouTube video, which I don't remember what it was now, but I went in and changed some of the settings that I had on my 7300, and I believe it's helped because I'm only pushing 95 watts into that wire antenna about 25 foot off the ground headed up the hill here. I'm 73. I just got back into HF about 2.5 months ago. I put 3 NFED antennas up and 1 vertical, and you were absolutely correct. Yesterday, 20 was wide open. I was in the Caribbean, Malta, Crete, over to Germany and Italy, and I had just about Barbados. Back over to you.
Hey, fine business. Well, when you talked to the station in Crete, did you say Yasu Filis Takana Skala?
I did not, but having spent a year over in Greece, I was at
just below Patras Greece in Araxos in the Peloponnesians on the Adriatic Sea there. And on a clear day, you could see Italy, and at night it was absolutely stunning watching the fishing boats come back in as the sun set with the blues, the azures, and so on in the water. I just loved the year I was there. Over?
Yeah, fine business. I spent 3 years on the island of Crete. I was stationed at the air base there in Crete. So when you say Yasso Filas Takanis Kalas, hello my friend, how are you today? I used to work the entry control point, and you had to know some basic Greek to be able to speak with the local taxi drivers and so forth, because the island was quite a tourist destination in the summertime. Had lots of tourists from all over the world, a lot of Scandinavian countries and so forth. So I've lost a little bit of my Greek. So this time of day we would probably say kalinita, which is good afternoon. And we do know some other words, but we can't say those on the air, if you know what I mean, Roger.
Absolutely. And the same thing with, I was on two sites actually, one of them 8 miles apart. I was a radio relay repairman and wound up getting into HF, and then also wound up running, found out they had a Mars. I knew nothing about HF, listened for 2 weeks. Alpha Juliet 6 Bravo Alpha with a 150-foot tower with a KWN-2A Collins equipment and a 1 kW amplifier. I had a ball with that till I got told to suspend operation because apparently I wasn't authorized to do it, even though the Air Force had me as a net control in the Southern European net. We used to tie into Ramstein from Spain, Italy, Turkey, Greece, and I used to feed information back up. But once they got done, I didn't get, they took me in for a court-martial, Article 15, but thanks to a lieutenant colonel, I almost came out with an award rather than that. So it was kind of interesting the way things went. Back over to you.
Yeah, fine business. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. Nobody likes to lose any pay or benefits, that's for sure. So sounds like it worked in your favor. Yeah, it's a terrific area of the world, no doubt. We didn't know what to really expect, but we really enjoyed our time there and wish we could have stayed longer. But the Air Force had better ideas for us, so they moved us back stateside. So that's the way it works. And Barry, I'm going to try to get a couple more here. I'd like to continue the QSO, but maybe we can try that on another time. But I'd like to get a couple more people who've been kind of waiting around. But yeah, you've got some really good punch to the audio, and it's been 5 to 10 over. So for running barefoot like that, it's definitely working in the wire. A lot of stations I've heard today running wire antennas, nothing special, and I'm almost jealous, wondering if I spent money where I didn't need to, but everybody's been sounding great. So no problems hearing you at all. I'll say 7-3 to you. Have a great what's left of the afternoon. Keep your, I know where you're at, but keep your fingers crossed for the Chiefs anyway, since Buffalo's not in it no more. I know you're in the area, so to speak. So I'll say 7-3s for now. November 2, Echo Uniform Sierra, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo Randy, Kansas City. I'll be clear on your 7-3s.
Well, thank you very much, and I do appreciate the concerns and the sympathy as you buried Buffalo earlier. I should say Kansas City did, but Buffalo got outplayed.
November 4, November Golf, Victor.
Victor, 5.
Yeah, stand by, guys. He's still clearing.
Quick response. Sound any different to you? If not, I'm happy. N2EUS.
No, I think you're fine, Barry. I wouldn't change anything.
73s, appreciated talking with you. Glad you're doing what you're doing, and hop on to the next guy. This is N2EUS, 73s.
Yeah, 7-3s. See if I got it right. Whiskey Quebec 2 Alpha.
Whiskey Quebec 4 Alpha. Good afternoon, Randy. The name is Paul. Papa Alpha Uniform Union, and I'm located in Central Florida. You're 5'9". Beautiful city.
Oh, fine business, Paul. Yeah, sorry about that. Trying to listen to Barry and hear about 4 or 5 stations at one time. I'm still not much of a multitasker. I'm working on it. But let me bring this thing around a little bit. haven't had your part of the country here for a while, so we'll bring it back around and see if that'll bring you up a little bit. Go ahead.
Roger. Well, you've got a great signal, 5959. I'm in Ocala, Florida, Oscar Charlie Alpha Lima Alpha, about an hour and a half north of the Orlando Disney World area. And again, you've just got a tremendous signal. Been sitting here reading the mail and watching you on YouTube, and thought I'd give you a quick shout. Go ahead.
Oh, I appreciate that. Well, I was saying, we did this on Saturday. It was the first time, and it wasn't as, to me, it wasn't as nice as it is right now. Of course, there's the old video, and we'd made some changes and added some software to the program, so we've got a little bit more things that people to look at. So I'm hoping everybody's enjoying it, and I appreciate you taking a time to watch it there, and I'm hoping it's something that's entertaining. I'm having a great time with it, as I said earlier, just because we're always working on our audio output, and that's what got me into this. I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but one of your neighbors in Marathon, Alex Whiskey 2 Hotel Uniform, does a live stream. I'm not sure if he's on right now or not, but I got a chance to listen to my playback or our playback, and I was like, wow, that's what it sounds like, because you just don't sound like you think you do in the monitor system on the rig. So that's kind of what we did. And again, making contacts, having a chance to talk with people, it's just been a wonderful time. Yeah, we know about where you're at in Ocala. We try to go down to Tampa about every other year to the big RV show in January. It's a good excuse to get away from the Missouri weather. It's always been so nice, and we used to live in Valdosta, Georgia. It wasn't too far from the border, so we've come down that way as well, and really do enjoy the area. And it's always great to see 70-plus degree weather in January. Roger.
QSL. Yeah, matter of fact, it's 83 here this afternoon. Unbelievable. Supposed to get some rain tomorrow afternoon. Let me quickly tell you my working conditions here, Randy. I'm running a Flex 5000A using a Heil PR781 mic, and I'm running about a kilowatt with a ALS 1300 amp to a 43-foot vertical antenna. So that's the working conditions here at my station. And again, I want to thank you for doing what you're doing. It's a great service for a lot of hands. Gives us opportunity to see what we sound like and interact with you and be able to check you out on YouTube as well. So I don't want to hold you. I know there's quite a few others that want to give you a shout. So let me say 73, and we'll look for you again and try and connect up later down the log. K0RWB, WQ4A. Thanks again, Randy. 73.
Well, I appreciate that, Paul. Thanks for the nice flowers. And, we didn't have a lot of thought behind it per se, other than we thought it would be interesting to do this. It worked for me, and I'm hoping it works for others. And I'm not the only one who's doing this. I know there's others as well. But, timing, people are on the air, they're not on the air, you might miss it here or whatever. So we like to do our part and have fun at the same time. And if you'll see on the live stream on the signal meter, you were bumping 20 over, so you've got nothing to worry about there for sure. But yeah, we're gonna continue doing this. As I told the station earlier, we're gonna do this live stream. We're gonna go remote someplace, and we're gonna try to do the same setup with the internet, with the rig and so forth. What you see right now, we're gonna try to duplicate, but we're not gonna tell you where. And we're going to let stations check in and try, by some clues to kind of figure out where we're at and see how much fun that'll be. But we hope that'll draw some interest as well. So, anyway, thank you, Paul, for taking the time to check in with us. Thank you for checking out the stream, and we do appreciate that. We do like comments, pluses or minuses. I was very hesitant about putting the camera on my ugly mug, so if somebody comments, please be gentle. I was born this way, so 7-3's Paul. Thanks again for checking in. Whiskey Quebec 4 Alpha Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again.
Thank you, Randy. 73 WQ40.
Okay, guys, I got a chance for a couple more. We're going to have to shut it down on the top of the hour. Appreciate everybody's patience. I'll be happy to try to grab a couple more if I can pull the calls out. K0RWB QRZ. KD3 Uniform Papa. Roger.
Kilo Bravo 3 Foxtrot uniform, Papa.
Well, I guess I forgot one. Foxtrot Uniform Papa. I'll try that again and see what happens.
Yes, sir. There you got it all. Hey, I just talked to your buddy Alex down there in Cutler Bay about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, really? How's he doing? Is he being ornery like usual?
He's sounding pretty good. He's probably enjoying the warm weather, something neither you or I are doing.
Yeah, go figure. It didn't pull up on the logger. Make sure I did it right. KD3 Foxtrot Uniform Papa?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I wonder why it didn't come up on the logger like that, so I can't log it in there. But I'll figure it out. I'm going to write it down anyway, so I can come back to it. Well, that's great. You know, that's how I got started. I mean, Alex runs a tremendous channel down there, and of course his equipment and his camera setup and everything is just by far above what I'm doing. But he's got a little bit more invested than I do. So far, I've been able to get some of the stuff online for free, and I had to pay for the equipment, of course. But we got the other stuff free, and we're trying to do something a little bit different on the display than what he does. That's why we're using this logging software live and bouncing back and forth. So I hope people are having fun with it as well, Roger.
Yes, sir. Well, both of you are doing a fine job. I like watching both of them. I subscribe to you here, so I'll probably see you again out here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Well, I don't know if you caught that last go-round, but we're going to try to do this remote, but not give the location, and have people check in, listen to the live stream, and figure out where I'm at. Roger?
Yeah, I've been listening to you for about 2 hours trying to get through. I can't believe I finally did. As I told Alex, you had a big pile-up going today.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing I hate. I haven't done pile-up since the National Parks on the Air program in 2016, and I'm just really super rusty, and I'm really trying the best to get, you know, the pull stations out the best I can, and I need to be more aware of any portables or QRP stations or mobiles, and I really haven't done it, so I'm hoping to get better as the time goes on, and you know, so far a lot of the stations have been pretty nice about it, and I do appreciate people taking the time and sitting, waiting their turn, so to speak, so I'll try to do better as the time goes on. Roger?
Yes, sir. That's good. Well, hey, I'm going to make this short. The band's getting a little noisy, and my doggy's here whining. I think she has to go out and take a leak. You've definitely been 5'9" in here for 2 hours, like I said. Sounding great. I don't think you need to change anything. Sounds perfect. And hopefully we'll make contact with you again out here.
Yeah, I hope you do come back, and hopefully you won't have to wait around that much. I tell you what has happened a few times that's worked, believe it or not, is people have messaged me on the live chat, and then I've seen their calls, and I've gone back and grabbed them that way. So there's another way of trying to get past the pileup, I guess. I don't know if I should say that or not, but I want to try to get to make contact with everybody. I don't want to see anybody get left out. I've been that way, and it's not a great feeling. So we're going to do the best we can here. But thanks for stopping in, and yeah, Alex, I got to try to get over there at some point to say hi to him as well. But 7-3s, thank you again. And yes, by all means, come back, and we'll make sure we'll try to get you a little bit earlier than last time. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day. Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll be clearing yours, 7-3s.
Okay, Randy, well, it was good talking to you, and I'm sure we'll hear you out here again now that I know where you're at. So, you know, good time out there, doing what you're doing, and try to stay warm. And 73s, my friend.
Roger, 7-3s. I know there's a few more out there, guys. I got to take one more, and I'm going to have to shut it down. I do apologize. I'll do the best I can to try to grab who I can at the time, and we'll see where it goes. So K0RWB, QRZ.
November Papa 3, Henry Fox. November Papa 3, Henry Fox.
I got November Papa 3 again.
X-Ray Foxtrot. November Papa 3, X-Ray Fox.
Okay, I think I got it that time. November Papa 3, X-Ray Foxtrot. I think I got you that time. Good afternoon, good evening. I think we got a DX contact here. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling pretty good here. The handler is Randy. Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee. in the state of Missouri. We're 30 miles of downtown Kansas City, Missouri on the interstate corridor. And I'll look at the S-meter coming back with it, no problem pulling you out. Go ahead.
Okay, Randy, good afternoon to you and your family. Using a report in Puerto Rico is a 5x9. I'm located in the northwest coast in Puerto Rico, and the city is Alpha Golf Uniform Alpha Delta India Lima Lima Alpha Guadilla. And my name is Ramsey. Randy, over.
Okay, Ramsey. I got your page pulled up. Gosh, is that your antenna field in the picture?
Roger. That's correct. This is my antenna.
Wow. Well, no wonder I can hear you. That's terrific. Holy mackerel. I've seen some antenna fields, but I'm sure everything was grounded. I think the lightning would love to come to your house.
Yes, I have a using low periodic for this band, and with Icon 7300 by 100 watts, and the microphone, that's microphone, Sugar Mike 30, over.
Oh, fine business. Yeah, I got a 7300 on Friday, so I'm new to this radio, and I have to say, so far I've been very pleased with it. It's very easy to operate, and we've had some good audio reports. I have not heard a bad 7300 yet. Maybe there's a few out there, but I haven't run across them. But I do copy the 100 watts, terrific signal, and hey, thanks for checking in with us. I should have looked at that earlier to see if there was any DX or stations. But thanks for checking in with us. Like I said, we're doing a live stream on YouTube. If you're able to do that, you could do the search and put in my call sign, and then you'd be able to play back our QSO. Roger?
You're so QSO. Thank you. Thank you for the short content, and you have a great afternoon to you. And be safety is more perfect, and your radio is most great sound. The sound base, over.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Ramsey. Yeah, you sound good as well. You've been 5.9 plus 10. Well, it's on the meter there as well. You'll see on the live stream. But yeah, no problem. Copy you. And thanks for checking in with us. I wasn't sure if we're going to see a little change in gray line, if it was band was going to drop out for us on the East Coast, but no problem copying you. And that's a great way to finish off the segment for me. We're gonna shut her down when you and I get done. Roger.
Roger. And the last thing is 5 to 15. 5 to 15. Okay. The propagation is more better at this moment. 73, Randy, and I catch you again. It's my pleasure to talk hello to you. Have a good DX. This is November Papa 3, FA Fox.
Okay, Ramsey. Hey, thank you for checking in. Gosh, nice to hear you. Especially Puerto Rico. That's the first contact I've had today. Haven't gotten to Puerto Rico on the air for quite a long time, so I thank you very, very much for that. And please come back and check us out again. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your week. November Papa 3, X-Ray Fox, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll be clear, my friend. 7-3s.
7-3, good day.
Well, I tell you, I'm gonna take one more, guys. I'm gonna take one more, and I'm gonna have to shut it down. So QRZ.
Whiskey 4, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie.
But if you could have been any louder, I probably wouldn't have heard you. But I'll see if I can pull you out of the noise. Whiskey 4, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie.
Roger, QSL and that. Yeah, this is Bobby here. I'll let you go real quick. Yeah, this is Bobby, Whiskey 4, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie. We over here by Mayport Naval Station in Jacksonville, Florida. I got you a solid 5.9 there. I'm about just about 10 over there, QSL.
Yeah, no problem, Bobby. Yeah, I had no problem pulling you out there. I was kind of pulling your leg. Yeah, no, good copy on you for sure. You're probably somewhere around the Atlantic Beach area?
Roger, yeah, exactly. We're over here just about 6 minutes from Mayport Naval Station there. It's considered Jacksonville, but we're really in Atlantic Beach. They want to, anyway, politics there. But yeah, we're just about 6 minutes from Mayport Naval Station there, right there on Mayport Road there. And about 5 minutes there, I guess you might say, from the ocean there, Roger.
Yeah, fine business. Well, do you know where Orange Park is too then?
Oh yeah, I've been there many times there. Is that where you're from?
No, sir. I used to buy a lot of cars there. I was actually stationed in the Air Force up in Valdosta, Georgia, and to Jacksonville, Orange Park's about a 2-hour drive. there's not much to see in Valdosta, but there's a lot to see in Jacksonville area. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, okay. Go. Well, thank you for your service there. I'm retired Navy. I guess we're staying close to the Navy here. I retired back in 1989, but yeah. All right, hey, I appreciate taking my call. I'm going to say 73 State again. Thank you for the service. I got a brother. He's retired Air Force. He did his 20 years in the Air Force, and he did his time. So anyway, appreciate the call. Yeah, you got a solid signal. I understand you're in Missouri, I think I heard you say. So we'll say 73 Stay out there in Missouri, and appreciate it again taking my call, and you have a good one. This is Whiskey 4, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie. Back to you.
Okay, Bobby. Yeah, we're just east of Kansas City. We're on the Missouri side, about 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, and we're a mile north of Interstate 70, right on the I-70 corridor out here in the country. And we just decided to play radio this afternoon. The weather's not the best outside, and we're doing a live stream on YouTube, so people are actually able to stream it live or to come back later and play it, and they can actually listen to our QSO. You get a chance to hear your audio and see if there's any adjustments you want to make or not make, what have you. But you did mention, I'd like for you to, real quick, give me your working conditions, because the audio's got a lot of punch to it.
Come back again one more time.
Yeah, I said if you give me a working conditions. You didn't tell me that, but the reason I ask is the audio's got a lot of punch to it.
Oh, okay, yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm running I got a ACDX 3000 and I'm barefoot 100 watts. Got pushing it through running it through the all-center fed dipot. It's probably maybe 50, 55 feet there at the apex area. Barefoot 100 watts there, Roger.
Oh, fine business. Yeah, I almost picked up that 3000 on Friday. We are very fortunate. We have an amateur radio shop in the metro area. It's called Associated Radio, and they have a great website. Anybody interested? You don't want to go to, and I get nothing from this. You don't want to go to HRO or Gigaparts or those guys, the mom and pop stores. You know, this is what they live for. Anyway, I went over there, and they have used equipment, of course. Great selection, even the used stuff is surprising. They had a used FDTDX 3000, and they had just sold out of the FTDX 10, so that's what I went over there for, because I had a Yaesu 950. Anyhow, we had the 3000 on the bench, playing around with it and so forth. It didn't have quite the setup I wanted to use for the live stream, and the FTDX 10 was sold, and I said, well, I've heard some great things about the ICOM 7300, so some people say I went over to the dark side, but so far so good. We're having a great time with it. Listen, Bobby, I'll let you go. Thanks for checking in with us, and like I said, if you want to hear the playback, go to YouTube, put in my call sign in the search bar, and then you get a chance to look at it. You want to hear us again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and the little bell will give you a notification when we're back out here again, and hopefully we'll have a chance to work you again. Great signal, and glad we're able to pull you out of the noise. Whiskey 4, Bravo, Juliet, Charlie, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. We'll be clear. Thanks again.
Roger, Randy. Appreciate it, Dan. 73 to you. Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey Bravo, W4BJC. We're clear. Good luck, 73.
Roger, 73s. Sorry, anybody else out there, I do apologize. We've got to go. We're going to try to be back out here again tomorrow. Just look for us here on the bands. Thanks to everybody else who was out there. Thanks to everybody who's been on the live stream. I do appreciate it. We do ask for comments and questions if you've got them. If you got comments, please be nice. We're going to try to make this better as we go along. But thank you again, everybody. And we hope to talk to some of news stations real soon. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy, Kansas City will be clear in QRT.
73 Whiskey 5 Romeo Delta Lima.